I mean, early in the game, you could see that, us driving the basketball, collapsing the defense was going to get a few guys open shots. Joe happened to be the recipient of a few of those early in the game and created separation. And then we were able to pace on both ends of the floor after we got it going offensively. So it's good. Good night for Joe. Good night for all of us to just play off one another and just make easy reads.
Alex Schiffer, The Athletic.
Hey, Kyrie, the ball movement was really good for you guys early on. Joe talked a bit about the spacing before the game as being a factor. Do you look at it as the spacing, as the tempo you guys are playing at, as what their defense is giving you, or something else maybe?
I think it's just staying disciplined on that end when myself, Kay, James, or anybody's ISO, and just our spacing is just important. A lot of teams are going to collapse when we drive. So we just got to be ready to make plays off the ball and be ready to shoot it or be ready to cut. Just simplify the game for one another. So just adjusting on the fly and just making basketball reads.
Rachel Nichols, ESPN.
Hey, Kai. I'm not sure if we're going to talk to you before Game 3. I know when you were in Boston, you always had such good things to say about the crowds there and the feeling of playing at the Garden. What do you expect now that there's going to actually be people there in the building as opposed to last time?
It's not my first time being an opponent in Boston. So I'm just looking forward to competing with my teammates and, hopefully we can just keep it strictly basketball. There's no belligerence or any racism going on. But even if it is, it's part of the nature of the game, and we're just going to focus on what we can control.
Is it something you've experienced in Boston before?
I'm not the only one that could attest to this, but it's just, it won't. It is what it is.
Brian Mahoney. Brian Mahoney, AP.
Kyrie, you ever sense frustration from the other teams when you're playing against them? And, in that first quarter, how do we guard that many guys? They have, 3, explosive players, and they got, we can't cover Joe Harris. We're covering those guys, and just what it must be like for them.
Yeah, no, it makes it tough on the opposing team to, just to stay in discipline defensive sets when you got Joe Harris making shots like that. It creates open opportunities for us to drive. And, when we're playing like that, it definitely makes the game a lot easier.
James Herbert, CBS Sports.
Hey, Kyrie, I know Steve is, stressed connectivity on offense all season. Obviously, 31 assists tonight is one good indicator of that. How do you measure it? Like when you're on the court on a night like this, like how do you kind of know the offense is producing the way you want it to be?
I think when we're just getting out in transition and you could just feel the momentum shifting in our hands where we're getting a lot of easy plays, or we're getting to the free throw line, or we're getting some wide open shots, or we just have plays that, look like they should be easily converted and we just happen to miss, and we just feel good. Same plays that we're running, in the beginning of the game, if a few of them work, we feel like we got a great package to have at the end of the game, or we can pace it throughout the rest of the game. So when we're playing well and we're swinging the basketball, we're a lot harder to guard. And then when we're going downhill and getting to the free throw line, being aggressive, then we're also hard to guard.